So you've just purchased your first subcompact tractor and you've discovered what a pain in the butt it is to hook up a 3-point hitch. Well, if that's the case, stick with me because I've got an easy solution for you and I'll share it with you. So let's jump into this together. Welcome to this episode of Compact Tractor Projects. In this project, I want to share these with you. These are Pat's quick change hitches. Now, one of the things, I know that there's a ton of videos on installing these and talking about these. However, most of those are from a compact tractor or a larger tractor point of view. In this video, I want to talk about, us, the subcompact tractor owner, and why these fit the bill, I think, better than, say, for example, a Harbor Freight quick hitch. With that, one of the things to keep in mind in the subcompact arena, basically your subcompact tractor has a Cat 1 XB hitch, which is a little bit different than a full Cat 1 because, again, you don't have as much lift height, so they have to adjust the top center pin, center link height to accommodate for the change in lift. So with that, when you have the Harbor Freight, you can run into some issues with the XB series attachments. Now, one of the things, being a subcompact tractor owner, if I buy a new attachment, I will buy the XB attachment because it fits my tractor more appropriately, both from a physical attachment as well as a performance aspect. So I like that. However, on the other side, I live in a community where everybody has various different size tractors, and a lot of my neighbors have Cat 1 attachments that I may want to borrow for short-term use. Now, the piece with that is those are full-size Cat 1, and so I want to be able to go back and forth very easily between the two, and I don't feel that the Harbor Freight really gave me that, with going to the XB side predominantly and then on occasion going to the full Cat 1. So I didn't want to have to take the quick hitch off and all that kind of stuff. This solves the problem because I don't have to worry about it. Whether it's XB or full Cat 1, I just hook up to it because the center link up top is connected. Now, one of the interesting things, my neighbor has a Harbor Freight quick hitch, and has the atypical problem where there's some sort of strut underneath the center pin, and so he can't latch onto it. So what he does is attaches to the bottom pins and then leans the 3-point back or the quick hitch and then slides the pin in. So he's still got to get off the tractor to do that, unless again you want to buy another hook and do modifications and all that. And I didn't want to do that. I wanted a simple solution for my subcompact tractor. So again, that's why I went with these. Now, one of the other things to keep in mind as a subcompact tractor owner is the distance you have between here and here, because what you're doing is now extending the lever of those arms about 4 inches. So the good thing about it, you're going to gain a little bit of extra lift distance. The bad thing about it is you're going to lose a bit of how much weight you can lift. So I've seen several figures about 5 to 7% you'll lose on lifting capability. So for everything I do, pretty much fits into that. I don't run any big tillers or anything where I'm going to have a problem, but it is something you should be aware of. Now with that, again, I'll probably have run in the corner, a bit of an overlay of me putting one of these on the tractor. Again, thousands of great videos out there with regards to installation, so I don't want to rehash that. I, however, want to give you some maybe tips or opinions about my installation procedure. So one of the big things, I see a lot of guys pack these with grease. For some reason, I don't think that's a good idea because when I'm out in the field, dirt and stuff gets in here because this is still open. This is not tight to the arm. So with that, I just really feel packing this with grease is a bad idea. What I have done, though, in my installation is put anti-seize on the pin and the balls, because once I connect these, I don't really plan on having to take them off. I don't see a big reason. So again, that's a bit of my installation, tips for that. Outside of that, putting them on is pretty easy. Again, these bolts here and here on both sides, kind of true them up left to right. right, you have a shim for up and down, and then for extra rigidity, you have these U-bolts. Really straight stuff. Now, the other piece I want to talk a little bit about is economics. The economics of these versus the Harbor Freight Quick Hitch. So with these, you just use the pins that are on the attachment. So you don't have to buy any type of adapters like you do for the Quick Hitch. And those can get rather expensive. On this side, you simply use these funny bent washers in here, and they're about $5 a set. You get 3 sets free with this. And then again, you buy those. So again, if I want to go have a Quick Hitch and I want to go borrow one of my neighbor's appliances, I got to take those adapter pins over there, put it on his attachment or appliance, whatever you want, and then I have to take them back off, and it's just sort of a pain. So is that really a Quick Hitch? Now, I would have to do the same with here, but I'm going to have to, probably put a set of pins on it anyway. So again, these are far cheaper too. So you're talking about $5 or $6 for these, where you're talking probably 15 to 30 depending on where you get the adapter pins. So again, these might be a little bit more expensive than the Quick Hitch, but I think you're getting a lot better value functionally for your money. Now, one of the last pieces I want to leave you with is do not buy the Chinese version of these. I looked at them, I read the reviews, I talked to people, they're junk. Go with the real McCoy, the Pat's Quick Hitch like these. These are super heavy duty. I don't know if these are drop forged steel or what, but these are massive. I read that a lot of people had problems with the Chinese versions. So again, stay away from them. Go with these, and I think you'll be happy. So you'll see a lot of these in upcoming videos, and I'll talk a little bit more about these as I use different attachments and things like that out in the field and other projects. So hopefully you enjoyed this video. You found it useful. I have links to these down below, so if you're interested. I like to get a lot of this stuff off of Amazon. Great return policy, great prices, free shipping for Prime. And so again, the link will be below. Don't forget to give it a big thumbs up if you liked it, and subscribe down below, because I'll be doing a lot of projects. Cheers, and catch you in the next video.